guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation and Powder. I wanted to give this a go because there's so much hype about it right now and I wanted to put it to the test. Really quickly, for those of you who have not heard of this foundation, this is again a brand new foundation from L'Oreal. It's from the Infallible line, and the Infallible line to me is amazing. I would say L'Oreal is probably my favorite drugstore brand, and then the Infallible line, I'm in love with the eyeshadows and so many of the other products. I just absolutely love that line. So I was excited to find out that they came out with this product. Okay, so I'm going to read you information or description on the website as far as what they claim to do and what it's supposed to do and all that kind of stuff. Achieve a matte finish that won't fall flat with this airlight, long-wearing liquid formula. Lightweight and creamy foundation goes on smooth with a demi-matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours, hiding imperfections for a smooth, clear complexion. And then the small description area just says, the pro look of long wear, airlight texture, barely there feel, flawless demi-matte finish. So one of the things that I do like about this so far is it does look like skin to me. Like, it doesn't really look like I have a lot of makeup on. I did notice, you know, around like little dry areas or crevices that you just really want to pack in the foundation. I'll go over all this in the video. I have combination skin. It tends to be drier on the outer perimeters, but then in the T-zone area, I get really, really oily. I wanted to see if this is going to be really, really long lasting, if it's going to help keep oil at bay. So I'm going to show you a demo of me using it. I'm going to talk through what I'm doing, and then I'm going to test it and see how it wears at night before I go to bed. Right now it is 2:30 in the afternoon and I just finished applying this. I'm going to not put anything else on my face today. I want this strictly to be a how this wears type of video. Yeah, I think that's about it. Demi matte finish, Pro Matte long wearing foundation, looks beautiful, feels really light on the skin, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and see how this works.
Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize my face and my eyes. I'm taking Embryolisse Lait-Creme Fluid Moisturizer and Benefits Its Potent Eye Cream. And then after that, I'm going to correct and conceal my dark circles by taking Eve Pearl's Correcting Concealer. Okay, taking Real Techniques Complexion Sponge with L'Oreal's Infallible Foundation, I am going to just dab the foundation on my face and then blend it in with the sponge. I really like how light in consistency this is. I really like the feel and texture of this formula. It's really smooth and light. For this part of the demo, I'm only going to do this to half of my face so I can really compare it and see the difference. And yes, I am already really impressed with it. So as you can see, this is half of my face with the foundation on, and then the other side is with it not on my face. And it does a really good job covering up the redness that I have going on and some of the patchiness. Here is a close-up of half of my face with the foundation on and without it on, and I'm really impressed. As you can see right now, I'm dealing with some redness and some larger pores. I have some patchiness going on. My skin is freaking out lately. I don't know what is going on. I'm drinking water, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. So it's been frustrating. So this is actually really pleasant for me. I'm pretty impressed with the look of, you know, this foundation and the fact that it just looks natural. And again, this is only one layer. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I really like applying this foundation with the sponge. It works so great with the sponge. I highly recommend it. Since I still have a little redness around the nose area, I wanted to see if it would cover it up and see if you could add layers to it without looking cakey. And from what I discovered, yes, you can definitely layer this foundation if you need more coverage, and it's not going to make it look cakey, and it's not going to make it look unnatural or like you have a lot of makeup on. Yep, I really like it. I'm really impressed with the finish and the results. Now I just need to see if it lasts a long time and if my skin reacts well to it. So yeah. Oh, I guess I have, look at those things. All right, here is another close-up of my entire face with the foundation on it. And I did notice that around my nose, like right in the crevices, you want to make sure that you really get the product in there because it was kind of hard to get inside of there, and it looked a tiny bit cakey even though you really couldn't tell on camera. Or if you like really looked, you probably could tell. But just to put that out there, make sure that you really get inside the little crevice of your nose where your nose meets your skin, and you should be good. Okay, next up is going to be the Infallible Pro Matte Powder. I wanted to see how this worked on top of that beautiful foundation. So I'm just taking my Sephora airbrush. It's from an airbrush collection line. It's just an all-over face brush, and I will be using that to dab into the powder to put on my face. And I'm just showing you the compartments of the compact. On the bottom was a mirror and a sponge. I won't be using the sponge, but it is nice to know that that comes with it, and the mirror is kind of cool too. So now I'm just going to do a light layer all over my face. And what I noticed about this powder is it does give like an airbrush look. It does make your skin look even more flawless than the foundation did. So there's something about the partnering of the two products that work really well together. I can tell that the design team and the people that came up with this, really sat down and they really wanted this to be a pairing, a really good pairing experience. And I would say that it really is a nice pairing experience. However, it's not one where you would need, you would absolutely need both to do this. Like if you want more of like a true like airbrush look, then I would recommend getting the powder with it. But just alone, the foundation still gives a really beautiful finish. And it doesn't feel like it necessarily needs powder. For those people who don't have like super oily skin, like if you're more on the side of normal to, partially combination, or if your combination oily area is just not as oily or super oily, you probably don't even need the powder. I also use this underneath my eyes, and I noticed that it did set my concealer very well. So that's also really cool. All right, so I will go ahead and touch base with you at night and let you know what my final thoughts are.
Hey guys, I am back with my night update. It is now 10:33 p.m. Hopefully you can see that. I have been wearing this for 8 hours and it looks really good. I have just a tiny bit of oil in my T-zone area, and I'll be sure to zoom in closer so you can really assess the situation. A little wear in some areas where I touched my face or my son kissed me or hugged me or something like that, but overall I feel like it's done a really good job holding up, especially since I had no primer. I did not powder at all throughout the day. I did cook, I was moving around, I didn't do anything crazy strenuous like workout or anything like that. So I'm really impressed. I do say that this is long lasting. I do believe that this is, a very demi-matte, like realistic skin looking foundation. It's not like dewy, but it's not flat. It's just a really nice combination of the two. I did notice that I was a little bit itchy, kind of like right here. So I don't know, my skin is a little sensitive, so I might be sensitive to it. I'm not really sure. Like it didn't really itch anywhere else, just a little bit here. And it could be just like a weird winter thing. It might not even be because of the foundation. If I do have a reaction or if I do break out or anything like that, I will let you know in the description box. I will do like a little little update in the very beginning of the video description so you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you can take a closer look and examine it. Don't mind me, I'm in my pajamas. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to go to bed right after this, so all right, I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, so just a little bit oily, as you can see in my T-zone area. A little bit right in here, I'm a little oily. It still looks pretty good considering. A little bit of wear down in here, but for 8 hours and no touch-ups, that's like pretty darn good. So far, I really like it. I love the coverage. Another thing I did notice that as the time went on, it did sort of a little bit sink into some of my fine lines, but nothing horrible, just from, I don't know, like, I think it just happened as I'm like expressing myself and whatnot, but still it's really not that bad. I used the powder underneath my eyes and I noticed that it didn't crease. It did not crease. It set my concealer very, very well. So if you wanted to use it to set everything, you could. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. It's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good stuff. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe. I would love to connect with you, and if anybody new is on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy this video. Definitely subscribe and let's keep in touch. Alright, so I'm going to take off. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.